All right, it's time to classy up this channel just a little bit. Now, for many episodes, you know I've been really selling LinkedIn, but let's finally just take a moment and talk about how we can fully utilize LinkedIn for your professional brand. In this video, what we're going to speed round some things to change to your LinkedIn account today to optimize your brand and your brand positioning for potential employers and professionals in your community. And these are pro hacks. I'm not going to do something like tell you to fill out the education section of your page. Tip number one, anytime you send a LinkedIn request to connect with someone, never in your life send that default message, Dustin wants to connect with you on LinkedIn. Delete that and put a custom message into that spot. Even ask an easy to answer question if able. And here's a low hanging fruit one. Fully flush out your LinkedIn page. Now you think this is pretty easy, but over 50% of people don't have all the sections filled out on their LinkedIn page. They literally give you a bar to say what percent of your page is filled out. Just fill out all of it. Add media, add content, add descriptors throughout your page. Here's another pro tip. Set a custom URL to your page. Instead of having that long list of numbers and letters that have nothing to do with you, change that to your name in the URL. To do this, go to Settings, Edit Public Profile, customize your public profile URL. Next, what pros know about LinkedIn is what keywords they use on their profile. Here's literally how to find the keywords that you need to have on your profile. Go to LinkedIn or Indeed on the jobs. Find 5 job descriptions of the job that you want. Social media, accounting, whatever it is. Copy and paste all 5 of those job descriptions into a word cloud. Now just Google word cloud, get a free one, paste them all in there, and they're going to make a word cloud. You've seen these before. It's a big circle of words. Some words are really big, some are small. Look at the big words. Are those skills that you have inherently? Then use those words on your LinkedIn page. Those are words that recruiters and headhunters are using to find people for open positions. Also, a tip pros know is having an effective profile picture. Now, I already have a full video going in depth on how to take that perfect profile picture based by science. I'll link the video, check that one out. Here's a carryover tip from resumes. Now, this was the case for resumes, and it's the case for LinkedIn as well. Please, for dear Lord, stop using buzzwords like good work ethic. Who's going to ever say they have bad work ethic? Next, one of the most beneficial things you can do on LinkedIn is being active in the groups. Don't just wait for someone to come find you one day. Be active in those industry groups. Whatever industry you're interested in, there are groups on LinkedIn to support that industry. You need to find those groups, follow those groups, and comment and engage in those groups. Add articles, share articles that those individuals would be interested in. Don't just self-promote yourself all the time. Think of it this way. For every one self-promotion post that you put out there in that group, you should have 3 to 4 articles that you're sharing, or education that you're sharing, or something that they're genuinely interested in that's not self-promoting. And final tip, please make posts on LinkedIn. Here's the thing. Right now, I've called it and we've talked about it in a lot of these videos. LinkedIn is doing very, very well in engagement right now. Their views and app opens are skyrocketing, but the amount of content that's being created and published is not skyrocketing. Therefore, the competition is very low if you post something. More than likely, you're going to get a lot of eyeballs on it. So here's what you need to post weekly. Right? A lot of people don't think of LinkedIn. They're only going to use that when you're looking for a job. No, you need to be in there at least once a week, making at least one post every single week about an accomplishment you have, or sharing articles that have something to do with your industry that you find interesting, or maybe you read something in a book that you're reading right now and you're sharing something you just took away from that book. Keep making sure that you have content coming out once a week so you stay engaged with those industry professionals. So this is my question this week. In the comments below, let me know, what are you doing differently this week on LinkedIn? Are you going to change something, a profile picture, keywords, your profile, or are you going to try joining some groups and adding content to groups, or posting more to your LinkedIn account? Let me know what you're going to do different this week. And if we're not connected on LinkedIn, please connect with me. I would love to see some of those posts that you're putting out there, and I'll like them. I'll give you an emoji. I'll say good job job, you're crushing it, things like that, because anytime someone comments or likes those posts of yours, they show up on the other person's feed. So if I do like one of your posts or I say, good job, you're crushing it, all of my connections are going to then see your profile. That's what you want, especially at least if you're in the marketing communication world. You want the people that are following me to also see your information. So please, I'd love to connect with you. I'll give you some encouragement on those posts. Comment of the week last week comes from Mary Beth. Now, last week's video was about voice, and Mary Beth says, I definitely agree that Clubhouse is more of a feature than a platform. I don't know how popular that platform will get on its own, but I can see other social media platforms incorporating something similar. We'll see you next week.